Have you ever felt someone has a special concern for you but never put it into words? Have you ever wondered if love could be hidden in fleeting glances, subtle gestures, or moments of quiet listening that seem ordinary? True love doesn't always need words, but it leaves traces, if only you are observant enough to notice. In today's video, Wise Flow will help you uncover the subtle, yet meaningful signs that someone loves you more than you realize. Let's decode these signals from the heart, and who knows, you might discover that someone has been silently loving you all along. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on Wise Flow so you won't miss valuable videos on psychology, love, and personal growth. And if you find this video helpful, like and share it to spread this meaningful message to more people. 1. Subtle signs of true love. True love doesn't always require grand declarations or extravagant gestures to be recognized. Sometimes it hides within the most minor and most delicate details that often go unnoticed. An unseen gaze following you in a crowd. A quiet smile when you unknowingly say something that makes them happy. Or how they remember your preferences and habits without a reminder. It could be as simple as gently pulling your coat over your shoulders when the weather turns cold, listening attentively even when your story isn't particularly special, or always being there when you need them, even without being asked. These seemingly unconscious actions are not mere coincidences, but signs of a deep, silent, yet sincere love. Because when someone truly loves you, they don't need to say much. They express it through the simplest gestures that come straight from the heart. 2. Caring for you, silently but lovingly. True love doesn't always require sweet words or grand gestures to prove its existence. Sometimes, it is expressed through small, yet significant actions, things you might easily overlook without paying close attention. They may not say, "I worry about you," but they quietly check if you've eaten properly, instinctively bring an extra coat for you on a cold day, or send a message reminding you to rest when they see you overworking yourself. They listen to you wholeheartedly, remember the little details you may have forgotten, and are always there when needed. Without being asked, their care isn't loud or showy. It quietly weaves into your daily life most naturally. It's not just a passing habit or polite courtesy, but a sign of genuine affection, a love that places you in an important position, even without words. This kind of love doesn't seek attention or rely on grand declarations. Instead, it reveals itself in the simplest, most thoughtful moments. A worried glance when you seem tired, a text reminding you to eat on time, or a coat they bring along just because they know the weather might turn cold. It's in how they listen attentively, remember everything you say, and offer help before you ask. Such love doesn't need to be displayed for the world, but if you look closely, you'll notice that they always watch over you, holding you dearly in their hearts. Not because they expect anything in return, but because loving you has become an integral part of their thoughts and actions. A habit that comes purely from the heart. 3. A silent gaze filled with affection. Sometimes, love doesn't need extravagant words. It is revealed in how someone quietly watches over you. If a person often observes you when they think you're not paying attention, it may be a clear sign of hidden emotions. It's not just a fleeting glance, but a gaze filled with unspoken feelings. Their eyes instinctively seek you in a crowd, linger on you as you stand, and momentarily waver when your eyes accidentally meet. These gazes can carry different emotions. A deep, lingering look when you're laughing with others, a gentle yet hesitant stare as you focus on your work, or even a quick, flustered glance away when they realize they've been caught. Sometimes, their eyes reflect admiration, as if they are memorizing every gesture, every smile of yours. Other times, they reveal a hint of sadness, weighed down by feelings they have yet to express. The eyes are the most honest mirror of the heart. While lips may remain silent, the eyes never lie. If you notice someone constantly looking your way, not out of chance, but because they can't look away, there's a high chance that their heart holds a quiet love they have yet to confess. 4. Listening with the heart, a sign of true affection. Real listening is not just about hearing your words, but also understanding the emotions you don't express. Someone who truly cares about you will not only pay attention to the content of your conversations, but will also notice your tone, your gaze, your moments of hesitation, and even the silent pauses between your words. They don't listen to respond quickly, but to understand you better, to sense the shifts in your mood, even when you don't say a word. When you share a story, they remember the most minor details, your favorite movie, the book you once mentioned, or even the food you craved on a rainy day. When you're feeling down, they don't need you to say it aloud. They can hear it in the way your voice softens, in a smile that doesn't quite reach your eyes. They know when to offer advice, when to sit beside you in silence, and when a gentle hand squeeze speaks louder than 1,000 comforting words. This kind of listening doesn't stem from politeness or social habit. It comes from genuine affection. It means they have placed you in an essential place in their heart, where every word you say holds value and every emotion you experience deserves to be understood. If someone listens to you this way, cherish them because they may love you more deeply than you realize. 5. Keeping a strange distance. When feelings are hidden behind space. In silent love, distance is sometimes not a sign of indifference, but a way to conceal emotions that cannot be put into words. Suppose someone has deep feelings for you, but isn't ready to admit them. In that case, they may act in contradictory ways, showing care and concern, yet deliberately keeping their distance, sometimes even avoiding you in an inexplicable way. You might notice that they were once open and friendly, but suddenly become distant, rarely initiating conversations or limiting direct interactions. When you're around, they may appear more reserved than usual or change their behavior abruptly, at times engaging in lively conversations, while at other times deliberately ignoring you. If discussions touch on personal or emotional matters, they might try to divert the topic, avoid answering directly, or even withdraw suddenly. This avoidance doesn't usually stem from dislike, but rather from fear. Fear that if they reveal their true feelings, you might notice and react differently than they hope. Fear that getting too close might disrupt the balance of the current relationship. However, despite the distance they try to maintain, there are moments when you might catch them watching you with an expression filled with unspoken emotions. If you find someone frequently acting this way, notice the subtle details. Sometimes, love is not found in closeness, but is hidden within the distance they create, an attempt to conceal a sincere and deeply felt affection. 6. Remembering even the smallest details about you. When care needs no words. One of the most evident signs of genuine affection is when someone remembers even the most minor details about you, things you might have forgotten you ever mentioned. If a person keeps track of your preferences, habits, or seemingly insignificant stories you've shared, it strongly indicates that you hold a special place in their heart. Perhaps you casually mentioned your favorite movie in a conversation, only for them to surprise you later by asking if you've seen the sequel. Maybe you once reminisced about a childhood dish, and one day they bring you that exact meal without any grand gestures, just naturally, as if they had etched it into their memory long ago. They don't need to try to remember. Everything about you naturally becomes a part of their thoughts. Not only do they recall what makes you happy, but they also pay attention to what upsets or hurts you. If you once mentioned disliking a particular song, flower, or action, they will subtly avoid bringing it up or doing anything that might make you uncomfortable. Their attention to detail isn't about impressing you. It's because they genuinely care about your feelings, down to the most minor things. This deep level of attentiveness is never accidental. It stems from sincere affection. When someone truly cherishes you, everything you say, even if only once, becomes an essential piece of their world. 7. When emotions make them act differently. When someone has unique feelings for you, no matter how much they try to hide it, their body language and behavior will unconsciously reveal subtle differences. Around you, they may not be the same person they are with others. They might become more serious, more reserved, or, on the contrary, unexpectedly energetic and outgoing. Suppose they are usually confident and talkative, but suddenly become awkward, overly cautious with their words, or leave unexplained pauses in conversations when they are with you. In that case, it's likely because they are nervous about how they appear in your presence. You might notice them adjusting their posture, fixing their clothes, running their fingers through their hair, or fidgeting with an object to hide their nervousness. These seemingly minor gestures are clear signs of their inner turmoil. On the other hand, some people become more lively and animated around someone they secretly like. They may crack more jokes, try to grab your attention, or deliberately showcase certain aspects of themselves. Sometimes they will find unnecessary reasons to be near you, just for a chance to talk or spend a little more time by your side. Additionally, their demeanor may shift slightly when they interact with others. Even if they don't express it outright, they might become unusually quiet, pretend to be indifferent while secretly watching you, or react in oddly illogical ways, teasing, ignoring, or even distancing themselves without an apparent reason. These behaviors suggest they are caught between wanting to be close to you and fearing their feelings will be noticed, or, worse, rejected. They cannot wholly control this change in behavior. It is a natural response when someone has deep emotions but hesitates to express them. If you notice that someone treats you differently than others, chances are you hold a very special place in their heart. 8. Teasing that's more than just playfulness. When someone harbors unique feelings for you but isn't ready to confess, they may unconsciously express it through playful teasing, lighthearted jokes, or friendly banter. These seemingly casual interactions are their way of maintaining a connection, drawing you closer without directly admitting their emotions. You might notice that they frequently find small ways to tease you, perhaps about a daily habit, a quirky expression you use, or even a nickname they've given you. Sometimes, their teasing takes the form of playful challenges, like competing with you over trivial matters, or deliberately taking an opposing stance in a light debate to extend the conversation. Unlike ordinary friendly jokes, this type of teasing is often accompanied by a twinkle in their eyes, a mischievous smile, or unconscious gestures like gently touching your arm while laughing. Sometimes, they may even pretend to annoy you to see your reaction, secretly enjoying it when you blush or playfully argue. Additionally, if they always tease you, but then seem a bit nervous afterward, such as quickly looking away or hastily clarifying that they were just kidding, it could be a sign that they fear you might misunderstand or realize the feelings they are trying to hide. These playful moments aren't just fleeting fun. They are a subtle way of keeping you close, creating shared memories, and expressing your affection naturally. So, if someone often teases you in a way that feels different, chances are it's more than just a joke. It's a quiet confession of their unspoken feelings. 9. Unconscious mirroring. When affection speaks without words. Have you ever noticed someone subtly mirroring your speech, adopting your favorite phrases, or even imitating small gestures you often make? If so, chances are they will hold a special affection for you. In psychology, this phenomenon is called mirroring, a natural sign that they feel a deep connection with you, possibly even more than they realize. Mirroring isn't a conscious act of imitation. Instead, it's an unconscious response when someone feels emotionally in sync with another person. When someone has feelings for you, they naturally fall into rhythm with your speech patterns, tone of voice, and even the way you express yourself. They might start doing the same if you tend to chuckle softly when speaking. If you have a small habit, like twirling your coffee cup while thinking, they might unconsciously pick up the same behavior when around you. This mirroring extends beyond body language. It can also manifest in their interests and habits. Perhaps they have never paid attention to a particular music genre before, but suddenly they start listening to it and even mention songs they like. They might become curious about a dish you enjoy or start following topics you frequently discuss. This doesn't mean they are changing themselves on purpose. Instead, they naturally align with you because they want to connect with your world in the most intimate way possible. The most fascinating part? They might not even realize they're doing it. It's their subconscious way of expressing admiration and emotional closeness. If you notice someone consistently, coincidentally, echoing your words, gestures, or preferences, it could be a quiet but undeniable sign of their affection, one that doesn't rely on grand confessions, yet speaks volumes through the most minor, most natural actions. Love isn't always expressed through sweet words or dramatic gestures. Sometimes, it's hidden in the little moments, the lingering gaze when you're unaware, the silent care in everyday actions, or how someone happens to reflect your mannerisms without realizing it. Some people love profoundly, but struggle to verbalize their emotions. They might not frequently say, "I love you," or "I miss you," but they'll remember your favorite meal, notice when you're feeling cold, and quietly watch over you to ensure you're okay. They listen, care, and are present, even if they never put it into words. True love doesn't need to be loud or ostentatious. It can be as simple as someone waiting to make sure you get home safely, someone who notices the little details about you that you might not even think matter, or someone who is always there when you need them, without you ever having to ask. They don't try to impress or seek attention, but if you pay close enough attention, you'll realize they have reserved a special place in their heart, just for you. If someone consistently shows you gentle care without putting it into words, that may be the most genuine kind of love. A love that doesn't need promises or grand declarations, but one that is enduring and deeply profound. So, don't just wait for flowery words or extravagant romantic gestures. Sometimes, true love is found in the most minor things. And if you listen with your heart, you'll realize that someone may have been silently loving you in their way all along. Have you noticed these signs from someone around you? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button to support us. More importantly, subscribe to Wise Flow and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on valuable videos about love, psychology, and personal development. Thank you for being part of Wise Flow. See you in the video below.